Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button. Now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube channel. And if you're watching from our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, guys, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's a little bell next to it. That'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on a screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody skirt over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat. We jump a little bit over there. Jumping. Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. Jr.'s in the house, and he's happy. He's a Halloween guy, and he loves Friday the 13th, which today is. Woo! Yeah. Friday the 13th. Mr. Southside himself, Michelle Walls in the house. What up on a Mickey Ficky? Friday the 13th, baby. Patty Lara's in the house. Goes, what up? It's Mickey Ficky, TGIF. TGI Friday the 13th. It's the weekend, baby. It's Theo Shawn. It means Jeremiah must be watching. And maybe Monica as well. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. All right? Listen, I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. It's the weekend. It's Valentine's Day weekend. Okay? The weather is going to get warmer. Look at this. It is insane. It's crazy how today's going to be high at 50. Look at this weekend. This weekend is going to be beautiful. Beautiful. And I hope you guys get out there and enjoy it. All right, I hope you get out there and enjoy it. I talk about it all the time. I tell you, let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. And the one thing that I would love for you guys to do I'd love for you to make memories. Keep making memories. All right? Keep making memories. Here's the beautiful weather this week in the Chi. Look at this. It's a high of 50 today. Woo, Charlie. A high of 46 tomorrow. A high of 53 on Sunday. What a great, great weekend. Tell you what, that's shorts weather. That's shorts weather. You know I'm going to be out in shorts. That is shorts weather for us here in the Chi. So great weekend full of beautiful weather. I hope your Valentine takes you out, get you some chocolates, buys you some flowers, some overpriced flowers. So I was in Costco yesterday. Yesterday? Yeah. And they sell 2 dozen roses. So they have a big bundle. It's not a dozen. It comes in 2 dozen. 2 dozen roses. Well, those things are usually $19.99, $20 for 2 dozen roses, which is a steal. That is a phenomenal, phenomenal deal. But I was walking in there, and I passed that on the way out when I go to the cash register to pay for what it is that I have. I passed those things at $36.99 this weekend. $36.99. $17 increase. They almost doubled. Almost doubled. They know guys got to get them. Guys have to get them. So, yeah, I just found that funny. How they jacked up the price for the bundle of 2 dozen roses that they sell. Costco needs to make Patty. I think you and I both know Costco is not worried about making money. They are not worried about making money. They making money hand over fist. Because the one out here in Orland is ridiculous. I'm sure if you go to one, it's ridiculous as well. So, yeah, I just thought that was odd. That was funny. Capitalism at its best. Junior says, it's been almost a week, and every morning since I see Bad Bunny this, Bad Bunny that. Well, he made a phenomenal. First of all, he had a great halftime performance, but the representation of it was so much bigger than just a halftime performance. All right, and that's what I think was really, really cool about it. All right, you're gonna have your haters, which is fine. All right, when you're doing something great, you're always going to have haters. And, people can argue about it all they want. But the NFL is about making money, making a splash. And what better way to make a splash than to have the most streamed artist ever? The most streamed artist ever. That's what the numbers say. All right. It's, people are still mad about it. I saw a meme that I thought was the funniest thing in the world. It had a picture of cartoon picture of Bad Bunny. And it said, if you're mad at Bad Bunny is playing at the Super Bowl, ponte Vicks y ya. Somebody not Spanish speaking, put on Vicks, all right, and be done with it. Ponte Vicks y ya is what it said. Because if you grow up in a Hispanic household, man, Vicks was a cure for everything. Everything. Got a cold, put some Vicks. Got a flu, put some Vicks. Got a cough, put some Vicks. Put it on your chest. Put it on your nose. Put it on your neck. Put it on your back. If you grew up Hispanic, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Ponte Vicks, yeah. Oh man, Jay Grizz checking in from the city of brotherly love. What's up, Papa? How are you? Hope all is well out there on the East Coast. Hope you're getting some warm weather like we're getting over here. We're high at 50 today, 46 tomorrow, 53 Sunday. So we got a nice Valentine's Day weekend. Hope you guys get some nice weather over your way as well. Yes, Patty. Put it on your feet. You put it on the bottom of your feet and you put socks on it. Yes. Oh, Italian did that too, huh, Fosters? Italian did that too, huh? That's hilarious. My abuela used to use this light green liquid. It was in a container. It looked like alcohol. Forgot the name of it, though. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. My man Shode is in the house. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in, buddy. It's the top of the morning to you. Oh, man. Well, yeah, I remember Grandma always slapping the Vicks on me. Hey, put on your nose, mijo. Put on your nose. Put on your chest. And put some on your back. And I was her favorite. And don't tell my cousin Jaime or Alex that. I was Grandma's favorite. Then I moved out, and then obviously she's like, all right, I need another favorite, so I'll take Jaime since he's the next oldest. And so, but I was her pajarito. I was her little birdie. She used to call me. She called me her pajarito. And man, she would slap that Vicks on me, boy. Oh, you're not feeling good, mijo? Okay, you hungry? And that's, hey, when you grow up with a grandma, man, you will never, ever go hungry. You grew up with a Hispanic grandma, and I think that's most grandmas, to be honest with you. Most grandmas. You will never, ever be hungry. I say most because I grew up with some Polish people, and their grandmas were the same way. I grew up with a lot of white people. Their grandmas were the same way. And obviously, in the Hispanic culture, like I couldn't even come in. So when I came home from college the first time, so it's at the end of the season. It's at the end of the season, so obviously I've lost some weight from playing, and I'm not lifting as much as I was prior. My grandma looks at me. She goes, "Ay, mijo." She goes, "They don't feed you over there? Let me make you some. Let me make some quesadillas." It was for Thanksgiving break. She wanted to make me quesadillas because I had lost weight from playing all season. She's like, "Ay, mijo, no." Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. But hey, listen, I want you guys to enjoy this weekend. It's going to be fun. Junior says, I remember my friend asked me to help him deliver flowers on Valentine's. 4 hours, made $400, and with tips a little over 500. That's a nice day at the office. It's a nice day at the office. Yes, sir, Bob. Yes, sir, Bob. But yeah, we got a good show, man. We're gonna talk a little Bulls. All right, they're on a break, thank God. Finally, on the All-Star break, and it's tough. You had 7 new people. You can't. They're on what, a 5-game losing streak right now, I believe. You can't ask them to be cohesive. You got no time for practices every other day. You got the All-Star break. And listen, a lot of people, a lot of these guys are probably going elsewhere. If they knew they weren't going to be an All-Star, man, Bulls don't play again until Thursday. First of all, a lot of these guys probably had to change their flight because they were coming out. They're flying out of Detroit, flying out of Boston, flying out of wherever they were from. And now they're in Chicago. They got to change their flight. I know if I was a player and I didn't make the All-Star team or the All-Star game or the festivities like in baseball and or basketball that's in the middle of the season, I'm out. I am out. The millions of dollars that I make, I'm taking a private jet. I'm out. We're going down to Puerto Rico. We're going down to the Dominican Republic. We're going down to Belize. We're going somewhere, baby. We're going to Cabo. We're going somewhere that's warm. And I can take my mind off of football. Well, actually, not football. Off of baseball, off of basketball for a couple of days. Recharge my batteries. I'm out. So good luck to the, hats off to the NBA players who can do it. Just about everybody can, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if you're making $1 million a year, you can still get a private jet. It's only like 10, 12 grand. All right, so that's $20,000. All right. And if you invest your money properly, like I don't get, with all the information we have nowadays, all of the examples that we have of family, of friends, of colleagues, like why when you get rich, why don't you buy buildings? Like 6 unit, 8 unit, 10 unit, 20 unit, hire property manager. So now your money's it's just sitting there. And this way we don't have NBA players who goes broke. Like there's so many examples. Like you may not have been brought up in a financially literate household, and it happens. But there's so many different examples. The NBA has symposiums. It talks to you about this. Like I don't see why any pro athlete should ever go broke. And part of the reason they go broke is two things. One, their own mentality, and two, family, friends, and loved ones who come with a handout when they get signed or drafted. Let them get them on their feet. Let them get their second contract or second year or third year, right? Let them get some finances together, put things in place, so they can start so their money's making money, so they can help you out. But they're like, oh, I need help in it. I need help this. I need help this. And then they feel bad because you used to cook for me. You used to let me stay there. I used to stay over your house. All these things. They go broke. Guys making 60, 80, $100 million in their career are broke. Broke. Because people they don't let them get on their feet, and they don't take that. They don't take their money and let it make money for them. I don't get it. Because I'm telling you, if your boy wins a lotto, man, first of all, I'm buying properties all over the place. I'm talking 20 unit. 20 unit. Again, I'm buying property in Puerto Rico. I got a friend down there who she's a real estate investor, or she's a real estate agent. She'll give me some properties, but she's also a rehabber, so she'll fix up the property and set up for Airbnb and manage it. Man. Foster covers, even if they know nothing, live a regular life, and you can live off interest for 4 or 5%. Well, yeah, but how many of them know about high interest savings account, high yield savings account? A lot of them don't even know that. That's where you get your 4 or 5% on a checking account or savings account. Otherwise, you're getting like 0.01%. But yeah, but that's the thing. It's always trying to show out, and that's the problem with the minority cultures. They want to show out. They want to show how rich they are. They want to show they got money. The goal is to be rich, not to look rich. And a lot of athletes don't do that, even after years and years and years of examples of people going broke. Fosters, they do. That's the thing. Fosters, they do. They have symposiums when you come in as a rookie. The NFL, NBA, I'm not sure about Major League Baseball, but I had guys who were agents in the NFL and NBA. They have symposiums to tell you, man, be careful. Take care of yourself first. Invest. Let your money make money for you before you start helping everybody else out. But they don't. They just, I gotta give my mom a house. I gotta do this. I gotta give my high school coach this, my grammar school coach this. I gotta get this people that. This one in the neighborhood. It's like, man, let it settle. Let it settle. King Book, you're a fool. Tell everyone in my family, whoever make it, I'm gonna need the keys to the crib. And that's okay. You have 5-6 bedrooms. That's okay. Well, it's an interesting phrase, Foster. You can carry an old dog too long, but you can't make them use the bathroom. All right. Hey, well, listen, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we're going to get into the top of the morning topic. We don't have very many because the Hawks, they've been in the Olympic break. Obviously, Bears season's over. And the NBA just went into their All-Star break on Wednesday. We will have one or so, or two, top of the morning topics. All right, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know, though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Jones again, but tonight no Isaac Okoro, and the Bulls have struggled without him on defense. Deep shot from Patrick Williams. He knocks down a three. Better than 40%. Buzelis got caught.
Somebody should be cutting to the bag right there.
Simons cuts, and a fading jumper goes down.
You have to cut when you see the balls being picked up.
He was doing what he did last year when he was Sixth Man of the Year. He had started the first almost 50 games. Brown blocked from behind by Nick Richards.
Good defense. You're going to the rest of the season, you're going to see guys hitting out the starting lineup just to see that these new guys. Good block.
Oh, Buzelis blocks Vucevic. Ivy knocked it away from Nikola, and here come the Bulls. We noticed it the other night, but we weren't sure if we saw what we saw. And it turns out after the game we did see it. He basically made it a gesture towards the rim as he knocks down a three. It was funny to watch.
Welcome back. ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those were the Bullies, baby. Those were the Bullies on Wednesday, limping into the All-Star break. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. And it's just rough right now. You just can't expect the team to have any chemistry and rhythm, any camaraderie when you bring in 7 new players. So it's going to be tough. But hey, let's go. Let's get a crack-a-lackin', baby. You know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Oh, shish kebab. Oh, man. Crazy. You know, we'll get to it in a second. Just forget. All right, so many things that you frustrating. I'll have to take care of it afterwards. But listen, first top of the morning topic. Bullies, baby. Our Bullies. You saw it coming out of the highlights. The Bulls had a rough one. They lose to the Boston Celtics 124-105. Rob Dillingham, he led the way with 16 points, 7 assists. Matas Buzelis, 15 points, 8 rebounds. Colin Sexton had 15 points in losing effort. And I can't know. I can't remember. It's from Beauty and the Beast. Gandor, or I don't want to miss. I got to get his name right because it's annoying me now. Gandalf? No, not Gandalf. Gershon. There you go. Gershon Yabusele. He had 13 points. Gershon. Oh, man. And as I said, the Bulls are just in a tough spot right now because of the fact that you got 7 new guys. 7 out of the 12 players are new. There's no way on God's green earth they're going to have any type of chemistry, cohesion, familiarity. None. So you're going to a surprising Boston team, all right, because they're without their superstars, all right. They are playing unbelievably well. They got the number 2 seed. Let me see. Where's Boston? Unbelievable what Boston is doing right now. Yeah, they're atop the Atlantic Division. They're atop the Eastern Conference. Are you freaking kidding me? No, I'm sorry, they're not. 648. They're second to Detroit. Second, Jason Tatum's out, their superstar. So you would assume that they were going to have a down year. Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast. And they haven't. Second in the Eastern Conference. Unbelievable. When you get a team like that, and they traded for Vooch, who had 19 and 11 against us. You can't expect this team to really put up much of a fight when these guys are really all playing together for the first time. And it's just. Well, the next top of the morning topic, the Bulls. As I said, they limped into the All-Star break, and it's a shame. There's no Foster's Bulls in tank mode. Or for whatever reason, Arturas Karnisovas says it's different stages. He doesn't want to call it a tank, a rebuild. It's a rebuild. It's a rebuild. I'm acting crazy. I don't get it. Let's see. Some other people checked in. AC Adam checks in. He's like, bear down, sports owners. Thank you for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's. Did I say King Book? Say hello to you, King Booker World? I'm not sure. King Booker World's checking in. Oh yeah, because I put this on a. So if anyone makes it, I'm gonna need the keys to the crib. On the next top of the morning topic, Blackhawks, boring as they are, they're gone. They're done. All right. The NHL is on an Olympic break. So we have no more Blackhawk games until the 26th, I want to say. February 26th at Nashville, 7 p.m. CHSR. Almost 2 weeks. 2 more weeks before 13 days for the Blackhawks to play again. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Next topic, more topic. The Bears have received a new stadium proposal. A new suitor has come for the Bears. State of Iowa. The state of Iowa has put together a proposal to build a stadium for the Bears. They're just sitting there like, bump it. Everyone's putting together proposals. We'll put together a proposal. Like, why would you even waste taxpayer dollars and time, your staff time, putting together a proposal in Iowa? You have to drive all the way across the state. So you think people are going to drive a couple of hours for a Bears game? See, New York and New Jersey, you run across the river. Take the train. All right, take one of the bridges. You take the tunnel. Take some of the bridges. It's right there. You think people are going to drive a couple hours? Chicagoland area residents, you think they're going to drive a couple hours of Bears game? Come on, man. Come on. That's just a gross misappropriation of public funds. A gross misappropriation. Now, another much closer location, another closer town. has submitted a proposal in Portage, Indiana. They submitted a proposal to build a stadium for the Bears, and they would call it Hallis Harbor. It'd be right on the lake. And here's what the state of Illinois has got to realize. The legacy of some of these politicians is on the line. You staying in public office is on the line. Because Indiana, they are throwing the kit and caboodle at the Bears. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. You know, I think it's a ploy. But, man, if they give you a deal, they make you an offer you can't refuse, I don't know what you're going to do. Because if they offer to build a stadium for you, and then you repay it over time, and you'll eventually be you'll eventually own the land and the stadium and everything around it, and then give you tax breaks, man, that's what they wanted. And my thing is, why isn't Illinois doing the same? Why? I'll tell you why. Because a whole bunch of goddamn criminals masquerading as politicians. Everybody wants, they got their hand out. Why do you think this is taking place? Because they gave the Bears one tax number. Then after they bought it, they're like, oh, well, you're going to be taxed 10 times more. What? I'd be mad too. Yeah, but Shawn, I know. Bears ain't going to Iowa. Foster's, once the new stadium's in place, I'll never go again. It'll be $10,000 for nosebleed seats. And I'll tell you what, who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody yesterday. And we were just talking about how everything in Chicago is so damn expensive. Concerts. I know Rick hasn't checked in, but man, why do you think I go to Milwaukee a lot? I'll see whoever's supposed to be playing in Chicago. I'll see him in Milwaukee. Like $50, $70 cheaper. Per ticket. Per ticket. And then what happens is then you get the brokers, they buy them, and then they jack up the prices even crazier. Foster, I understand, Papa. I ain't mad at you, bro. I hear you. This is also Porter County, Indiana is so corrupt. They fit right in with Chicago, huh? Jay Grizz said all these townships and localities, municipalities, yeah. They know the Bears are a man. That would be, you know what that would do to the infrastructure and to how much money that would bring in to the restaurants. Property values would go up. Oh, you're that old, huh? Foster, I remember when the Bears moved from Wrigley to Soldier, so you're older. Yeah, I was born in 71. I think that's when they moved to Soldier Field. So I don't remember. Jay, you're a fool. Jay Grizzly goes, fuck it. Move the Bears to Puerto Rico. Oh! Damn. Foster's like, my house taxes were $3,000, now $6,000. Homeowners insurance was $600, now $1,600. Damn. But man, once the stadium is built, I'm telling you, the price is going to go through the roof. I think us and maybe New York and LA might have the craziest prices for sports. I've looked at other teams. Like you can get a 100 level, not the floor, But the 100 level, like a lot of teams, like basketball teams, they'll have 4 seats and they'll have a 100 level, which is angled, and then 200, 300. You can get a 100 level seat for like $100, $150. Do you know what a Chicago Bulls 100 level seat is? A Chicago Bulls level 100 seat. I'll show you. It's not $100, that's for sure. Damn sure ain't $100. Come on, people. Here we go. So for February 19th, Bulls host the Toronto Raptors. It's loading the map. Okay, so a 300 level seat. So now here's the thing. Now the Bulls tickets prices are going down because they know they suck. So a 300 level seat, section 324, row 17 is $30, which is what it should be. Which is what it should be. All right, it's waiting to load the map, and I'll wait. We'll come back to it. But yeah, the prices are just insane. Can you imagine? And here's how they really make money. You have to buy a PSL, personal seat license. So what that is, you have to pay money in order to buy the seat. Yes, you got to pay money in order to buy your seat. In a nutshell, that's what a PSL is. Like an option. You have the option to buy. Switch to the map. Okay, we're going to the 110. It's in the corner. Whoa, okay. So 100 level seat for the Bulls Raptors, $158 before taxes. Taxes and yeah. All right. So people are selling this shit a lot cheaper. Because the Bulls suck. The Bulls suck. No one's going to pay those crazy prices. That is insane. So the Bears are going to be out of this world. Like what they're doing, they're pricing out the average Joe. They're pricing out the average Joe. Like it'll cost you about a Bears game, a family of 4 will cost you about $1,000 for a game. Because tickets are going to be more than $100. Unless you got a hookup and you got a guy like, all right, I'll sell them for face value, 75, whatever. If you're not in the nosebleeds, you know, the back of the top of the stadium. If you get in a 200 level, $1,000 easy. Tickets are going to be over $250 each. That's $1,000 right there. Not to mention parking, which is another $40 or $50. Not to mention food. And then people always have emotional buys. When you're at a game, you may want to buy a T-shirt. You may want to buy a hat. You may have to buy a scarf or a hoodie if you didn't come proper, or your kids didn't come dressed properly. $1,000 for a family of 4 to go to a game. Come on, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. But unfortunately, that's the way it works. That's the way it works. Are you guys excited for baseball? I should be getting my tickets today. I got to hop on a phone and see and head out to spring training in March in Arizona. Out to Arizona. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. I just think it's going to be a good time. I need to recharge my batteries. Just get the hell out of here. You know, I got a friend, her and her boyfriend are in Puerto Rico. They left last Wednesday, and they're coming back Saturday. So 10 days they were out, 11 days they were in Puerto Rico. They always go for the Super Bowl and spend a little more than a week. So somebody got to wait in the car, Shawn. Oh, man. Foster says, go Cubs, go. White Sox, please be better. I think they will be better, Fosters. I think the White Sox are going to flirt with getting to 500. I think they will. All right. I think they'll be in a mid-70s, low to mid-70s as far as wins go. All right. Cornelius Squall's checking in. What up, what up, what up, Shawn and Sports Zone family? Cornelius. King Booker Worlds. You got the White Sox for 86 wins, huh? Okay. And when I go to Arizona, well, if I go, like I said, I'm still planning. I gotta go take care of moms. I'm gonna watch. I gotta see. I gotta make sure that the fundamentals are being hammered home by Will Venable. Have to be. So I don't know how many of you played baseball or when you started playing. So when I went out there, I first went out there, jeez. It was the first year they opened up Camelback Ranch. We were 40, so we're 15. Over 15 years ago. We went like 3 or 4 years in a row. A couple buddies from high school and myself. It was the first they'd ever seen this. So obviously they have the field that they play on, their games, but they also have fields that they work on, that they practice on. Like you never notice, like we never talk about baseball practice in the pros. All right, we never do. But they have fields in the back. They have 2 or 3 fields to practice on. One of the fields is an infield field. You're like, what's that? Well, I'm glad you asked. It is a field that's just the infield. Just the infield. And it's crazy. Because it used to, after the infield is the grass for the outfield. And it's not. It's like literally just the infield and maybe 5 feet of grass after. And then it's fenced off. I was like, what the hell is this? What? So all my baseball people, I know maybe Mondo would know it, my nephew. What would you call that field? Is that an infield field? I'm trying to get a picture of it to show you because people like it really freaked me out the first time I saw it. But again, I need to know that my White Sox are being drilled on the fundamentals. Have to be. All right, we're not good enough to go toe-to-toe with some teams. Now, that could change. Maybe some guys get Kyle Teal. Maybe he starts getting a hold of the ball. Munikara, Money Man. Maybe he starts to be, he's a slugger. He's only 25. King Booker World says, I'll watch the games, but Ryan Zara still gets no money from me. I hear you. I can't be mad at you, bro. I can't be mad at you. I understand. What does it here? What does look like. There we go. No, still not giving me. It's giving me pictures from spring training, but it's not giving me the actual field. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it freaked me out the first time I saw it. I'm like, what the heck is this? And one of my guys played baseball in high school and college, and he was like, oh, that's the infield practice field. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, you just work on it. All you got to do is work on an infield. All your infield things, double plays, bunts, because you don't need all that. You don't need the outfield. I'm like, I guess it makes sense. I guess it makes sense. You know, the Cubs are in a really good spot, man. I think the Cubs should take the NL Central. All right, I just don't think St. Louis, Milwaukee, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, All right, you go get Alex Bregman. That's a nice get. That's a good get. That's a good get, Cub fans. That's a real good get. And you got power. You got power. You got power. You got some bats. Now you just need to make sure that you just got to make sure that your pitching is down. No. And I think it'll be fun. Teal's still hitting in the 270s, averaging a strikeout a game. And listen, if you're going to be a home run hitter, a power hitter, I'm okay with that, Booker. King Booker World. I'm okay with that. If you're going to be our home run hitter, I'm okay with that. I am more than okay with that. I just think if you're going to be our power guy, okay. We have a lot of other guys, a lot of other youngsters that I saw that were very disciplined at the plate. Very, very disciplined at the plate. So a lot of these youngsters, to my surprise, were very disciplined at the plate. I was extremely impressed by their plate discipline. So if you have a guy if he's going to give you 270, okay. But shit, he better have more than 20 plus. I'd say 25 to 30. Would you be okay with it, King Booker World? If he hits in the 270s, a strikeout a game, but he gives you 30 home runs. 25 to 30 home runs. Let's say 27. 25 to 30 home runs. Are you okay with that for him, for Kyle Teal? I know you got him for 18, but would you take 25? More than happy. Me too. Me too. And here's why. Because of so many other players, younger players, have such really good plate discipline for such a young age. In their first or second year, guys had really, really good plate discipline that I don't see often in first or second year players. We're talking 4, 5, or 6 years in the league, you get that plate discipline. But if they continue that plate discipline, you know what? There's going to be a lot of people on base. There's going to be a lot of people on base. And the one thing I want to monitor as the year goes on is how many homers we have with people on base. How many 2-run, 3-run, and grannies do we have? Like if we have a shitload of 3-run homers, we're going to win a lot of games. We're going to win a lot of games. And we have some big bats that can do that. No diddy. We have some explosive bats. We just got to get people on in front of them. You got Money Murasake for 40? Okay. I have him for like 32 to 35. I have him 32 to 35, which it would be great his first year. The kid's 25. Kid's 25 his first year in the bigs. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I just hope that a lot transfers. And I think it will. I think Will Venable is a guy who's going to hold people accountable, and he has. He did last year. I need him to continue to do that. He's got to continue to do that for me. Oh, you're talking? Yeah, he's a ball jumps off his bat like Jambi, and he's a left-handed slugger too, a left-handed bat. Dude, if he gets up close to 40, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. That'll be dope. This guy's a slugger. This guy's a slugger. Hey, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Listen, let's take another quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll get into some Bears talk. We're going to talk free agency. We're going to talk the draft. What do you want to see? Which direction do they go? What's the most important need on this team right now? So offensive lineman, defensive lineman. What is it? We'll talk about it on the other side of the break. So keep it locked right here, folks. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Everybody in a work zone is someone somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms. On Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel, you can find us at Sports Zone Chicago. And on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become a resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created gervondextersr.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know this city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My feature stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world, not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information on my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Urban. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoydenreports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyden.
Every day we take...
And it's no different in basketball. There's certain teams they match up really well against, and they're going to have success, and there's other teams they can't.
Ivy drives Walsh, tough finish, and won by Jaden Ivey.
And they're both got the same mentality, hold your players accountable. If you want to win, we're going to defend. If you want to play and get on the floor, you're going to play defense.
Buzelis able to fly in. But how much of being a team that doesn't have to switch is up to the individual players themselves to go to a coaching staff and say, hey, I don't want to switch off this guy. I'm going to do everything in my power to play.
The problem with switching is, and I've heard these coaches say, well, we switched to eliminate the three-point shot. Well, surprise, surprise, they're still shooting threes at a high number. They're getting 40, 50 threes a game. It's not helping. And that really hurt Cleveland, him in and out of the lineup. But James Harden is durable. Nice tap pass from Patrick Williams.
What do you think Dillingham needs to do to get better defensively? Because he's got the quickness for sure.
He competes. I mean, I like the good pass.
Nice pass by Dillingham as he finds Miller.
He competes.
Back to Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy Chicago Sports Network. I was going to play the Bears clip that I have, but I'm like, man, it's like a year ago when they last played. That was about a year ago, seemed like. Crazy. Again, those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. So we're in a situation where free agency, or the offseason is here. No more football games until July. All right, the Hall of Fame game, which we won't be in. And everyone's looking to the draft. Well, free agency first, but everyone's looking to the draft, which is understandable. So one of the questions I have for you guys is this. All right. There are a lot of we still have a couple of needs. Here's the thing that I was wrestling with, grappling with. All right. Let me ask you, what position do you think would be the most pressing in the draft? What position? Right? Is it D-line? Is it O-line? It's a top need in the draft. D-line or left tackle? Give me your thoughts. Junior, truer words were never spoken. FGB. Looking forward to NFL Scouting Combine? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Steve-O in the chat says D-line. Cornelius Squalls says D-line. I mean, we don't have a left tackle. I know we just signed Theo Bennett to a one-year deal worth $1 million, but you didn't trust him to play in the playoff game. All right, so what? I mean, I hope that he can develop and get quicker feet and the whole nine, but if you don't trust this dude to play in a playoff game, I don't know. My issue or my thought is this. I think D-line is the most pressing need. And to get more specific, I want a 3-tech. I know there's a lot of edges in there, which means we can get one in the second round. Now I need a defensive tackle who's a disruptor inside. You know why? Look at all the games we had that if the defense could have just held, the opposing offense, we win. Defense was giving up chunks. And listen, I applaud them for getting stout oftentimes in the red zone or even before that, taking the ball away. We led the NFL in interceptions. We led the NFL in takeaways. So we need a defense that can stop. Our offense was pretty darn good. And it's only going to get better. I'm still in the mindset, get off my lawn, Shawn. Defense wins championships. And if you have, because everyone is offensive minded, even the Bears. But if you can stop an offense, a la us against Philadelphia, you can win the game. You can win a lot of games. You can win a lot of games. So let's stop people's offenses. Our offense is legit. And go win some more games. I think the Luther Burden growth is going to be one to watch. Junior says, look how we were in games without a defense. What could have been if we had a defense? Look what the Seahawks did. Look exactly look at what they did. Cornelius Squalls, he's getting on it. I would love Akeem Messador at 25. Now, let's not forget, we still have Shamar Turner. But how is he going to be rehabbing going into the season as opposed to training? Because he was a beast at Texas A&M. But can you expect that type of production, that type of strength, that type of motor coming off an injury? King Booker World said if the Bears had a disruptor like Simmons this season, the Bears go 15-2. Well, we definitely win the Minnesota game week 1. 14 wins. And who was the last team of the year? Let me see. Oh, Steve took it down the schedule. Yeah, because we didn't need it anymore. But there was one game at the end of the year that we lost. Everyone said we were going to lose because the Ravens game, yes. The Lions game, both of them. The second one, the first one, that was just a blowout. I mean, that's another 3 wins. 3 wins. Minnesota, the Ravens, the Lions. Thank you, Steve-O. Yes. The Ravens was the one that we thought that we should have had. Minnesota in the last Lions game. We just need pressure. And I am more than okay with not adding any offensive weapons, any meaningful offensive weapons. Like, you get a third-string running back. That's cool. We got 2 great running backs. We have 2 great tight ends. We have one great receiver in DJ Moore. We have a budding superstar, Luther Burden III. And we have a redemption year for Roma Dunze, who started off the season hot, coming in hot. A touchdown in his first 5 games of the season before injury. We got wide receivers. Jade Walker, kid out of Texas A&M, making big catches. So we're straight on the offensive side of the ball. Just get a left tackle in the 3rd round or 4th round. But make it be from a big-time school. Otherwise, you better get the best Division I, Division II guy, or 1AA or Division II guy who is a dog. He better have that attitude. He better have that mentality. We need a guy who takes it personal as a left tackle, who takes that shit personal. Like, why can't we get like an Eric Williams from the Cowboys, a Trent Williams with the Niners? We need a guy who's just an all-out animal. I love it. An animal. A mauler. Remember we had Jason Peters a couple of years ago? At 38, he was still mauling people. Well, Jason Peters was a tight end coming out of college. He was a tight end, and they bulked him up, and he became an offensive tackle. Yeah, which means he had good, well, didn't mean it, but he had good feet from being a tight end. He's bottom heavy so he could anchor. We need some bottom heavy mother hubbers with good feet. And I think Ben Johnson is going to make sure either via free agency or via the draft, that's the type of left tackle we're going to acquire. Mark my words, he can have big thighs, big ass, big legs, so he can anchor. Braxton Jones just couldn't anchor. Skinny leg self. And some people are born genetically gifted with lower, strong, bigger, lower extremities. No diddy. And Braxton Jones wasn't one of them. Skinny legs. It's tough to put mass on them bad boys. So you're gonna get some, you gotta get some bottom heavy mother hubbards. Whether it's free agency or the draft. And if it's a second or third round or fourth round, again, a smaller college guy or whatever, make sure he's got this. Make sure he's nasty. Make sure he is fanatical about winning at the line of scrimmage, about protecting his quarterback. And that you're going to have plenty of access to these guys. You got to talk to them, talk to their coaches, talk to their teammates, talk to their family, friends, back in the old neighborhood, high school coaches. Like what they should find is every single person they talk to said he's a monster on the field. Great guy off the field, but a monster. And the thing is, it needs to jump out at you. His aggression needs to jump off the tape at you, jump off film at you. You need to say, oh, wow, look at this dude. Very similar. You know whose tape would jump with that aggression? Tevin Jenkins. He just couldn't stay healthy here. Tevin Jenkins was a nasty son of a gun. We saw it. We saw him pushing people out of bounds. 7 yards downfield, 10 yards downfield. We saw it. He just couldn't stay healthy. Someone with that type of mentality is exactly what this line needs. He can be quiet as hell. Because Tevin didn't seem like a big rah-rah guy. Man, he was putting mugs in the first and second row, wasn't he? When he was healthy, that's what we need. We need someone with that mentality. Type. Remember, he was bottom heavy, big thighs, big legs. Move, people. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way, chump. Get out the way. He was moving people. That's going to be a big part of it. Give me a left tackle, wherever you get it from. I don't want it in the first round unless there's just a steal at left tackle in the first round. Because I would say get him in the second or third round. Because I want a 3-tech who just loves to destroy people. I want a 3-tech who just loves to be the ultimate disruptor. Who's quick, who's powerful, whose motor doesn't stop. That's right, because I need pressure in the quarterback's face. Think of all the games we lost. Pressure in the quarterback's face would have helped a lot for this offense. If you think if we had led the NFL in interceptions with no pass rush, imagine a pass rush. Imagine what our DBs would have done when a quarterback has to step up and can't completely follow through. Like Jared Goff or with Sam Darnold. Not Sam. The Rams quarterback. Matthew. Jesus Christ, I can't remember. Stafford. Remember, the week before, he had pressure and he sprained his finger on his throwing hand because he couldn't follow through. This is what we need. Yes, we need an end. Yes, we need an excellent edge player. But you give me a guy who could collapse the pocket from the inside like Andrew Billings was able to his first year here, his first 2 years here, yeah, we're good. So I got to take a deep dive into who's out there, who I want to see, who I'd like to take. And then let's not forget free agents. I mean, there's going to be some free agent. Cornelius said there are a bunch of those types of DTs in this draft. You don't have to get them in the first round. No, but if you get the best one in the first round. See, just because there's a lot of good ones doesn't mean that they're going to translate. That's the thing. Like, give me the best one of these guys. Because the second tier could have been good in college, but will that second tier translate to the NFL? And don't get me wrong, tons of second and third round picks have gone on to phenomenal success in the NFL. Why not get the best if we can? Or the best at 25? Because that D-line has to show out every single game. Every single game. What Seattle had was amazing. A front four that can get home. That does so much for the defensive coordinator. It gives him so many options. I can drop 7. I can bring a 5th one. You don't know if I'm bringing them or dropping them. Black Diamond checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. It's the top of the morning, FGB. In my opinion, if they go DT in free agency, then the first pick will most likely be an edge. 2 names to watch at edge are Zion Young and Gabe Jacobs. Okay. I will look at some of their tape, Black Diamond. Cornelius says there's no consensus best defensive tackle in this draft. Okay. And that's fine. But I want to make sure we get one that's in the top tier. Because, they're going to be tiers. All right? These 3 are the shit. These 3 are the best defensive tackles. You can put them 1, 2, 3. Any of them can be 1, 2, or 3. Like, if you have that type of scenario, you have 3 that are just pretty much on even playing field. Yeah. Then get one of those. I want to see this defensive line get developed. I want to see this defensive line get nasty. I want to see this defensive line become a major problem for offenses. Cornelius says, but we'll definitely be able to get one of them and a killer defensive end. Okay. I know there's tons of DNs coming edges in this draft, and that's dope. And if we can get those guys, because here's the cool part. You get a defensive tackle and a defensive end, a stud defensive end. Well, guess what? Austin Booker has competition. Montez Sweat should have competition, but his contract, they're they're not going to compete. They're going to be opposite Montez Sweat. But that's only going to make Austin Booker. Is Austin Booker the missing defensive end that we're looking for? Can he be? I think he could. Will he be? I don't know. You know, I like there's a lot we like about him. A lot we like about Austin Booker. Can he take another step forward? Shamar Turner, as I mentioned a couple times, is this year going to be his? Well, it's going to be his rookie year. But is he going to be able to take a step forward and give us a lot of hope where he starts collapsing the pocket and from the inside? Shamar Turner is that dude, man. He was legit at Texas A&M. I'm a big fan of his, and the fact that he can be mentored by Grady Jarrett. I love that duo. I love that possibility. Love it. Because those two guys have a similar game. Cornelius Squall says, and bring back Khalil Mack to mentor them. It's going to cost some money. We got one more year, Dio Odengbo, and then we can get rid of that dude. Black Diamond says, I think, unfortunately, Booker gets moved. He's not the prototype Dennis Allen edge. He's got to put on some weight. But I'll tell you what, there's the thing that he's got that I need from other people, and that's heart and desire. You can see it every play. Chases plays down from behind. He's oftentimes in the screen on the screen when a tackle is made. He seems like a sponge. He was very raw. But you get one of those top pass rushers, or he just develops. He just grows. You're damn right, Black Diamond. He definitely a dog, though. He damn sure is. And it gets me excited when I talk about players like that, players who are dogs. All right, that's the way I played the game. That's quiet. Man, you knew. You knew. We met in the hole. It's on. I got a DB coming trying to tackle me. I could get down low. Get down low. Get down low. Get down low. I get down almost to this turf, hit him shoulder to shoulder. And when I was playing at 215, 220, and these DBs are 170, 180, you ain't got no shot. I was hang cleaning 300 plus pounds. There's no way. So I get excited when I see guys who are dogs, because that's the way that's what I consider myself. And if you ask any of my teammates, I think they'd say the same thing. I prided myself on that, and I love when I see players play like that, when they have this utmost confidence in their ability, and their job is not to win; their job is to destroy you. Dude, that just gave me goosebumps. Cornelius says, when you see Akeem Messidor's tape, you will be saying, I got to get that guy. I will put it down, Cornelius. I will watch that sucker's tape. Not today. I don't know about this weekend, but I will get to it. It might not be till next week, but Akeem Messidor. Because if he's that nasty, yeah, baby. Where did he go to school, Cornelius? Where did he go to school? Trying to find a pen to mark. Here we go. So I can put it on my computer. Oh, Miami. Okay. For DT, Miami. Just wrote it, left it right here. I'm going to check his tape out. Because they had another guy from Miami, too, who was a monster. Dude with the armband. Bane. There you go. Bane. He's another one. But he'll be gone, though, won't he? Bane will be gone by 25. Black Diamond said that's Ruben Bane's terror twin. Oh, Messidor's a defensive end, not a defensive tackle. Okay. 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 I just added. Yeah, Bane's gonna be gone. Yeah, Bane's a top 5 pick. So okay, I will check it out. And I'll tell you what, I'm fired. Cornelius, you got me fired up, dog. You got me fired the hell up to go watch this young man's tape. And I love that, dude. I love being able to watch, again, players who play with an attitude, players who are dog, players who just understand that they're better than you and have no remorse about destroying you because I'm better. Not in this sport. Not in this sport. I don't want any nice guys. Give me a dude who wants to bury you, who wants to embarrass you, to think about your career choices after you play him. What are we doing for top free agent needs? Safety, O-line, D-line. We going. What are we doing? What do you like, guys? Because I like Kevin Byard back. Then strong safety. There's a lot. They have Cam Curl, I believe, is a free agent. Cam Curl is a safety from the Rams. A strong safety. He might be available. Yeah, Byard is definitely a need. He is, man, you couldn't, I'm telling you, King Booker World. Dude, the fact that Ryan Poles mentioned him at his end of the year press conference shows you he wants to get that shit done. He wants to get that done. And I agree with him. Get him. He is a leader. And I'm not saying Jaquan Brisker is not. I'm just saying, unfortunately, Jaquan Brisker has had too many concussions. Now, if you can bring, I wouldn't mind bringing back with a heavily incentivized deal. You play X amount of games, you get an extra $500,000. Cornelius, you ain't lying, man. Ain't this crazy? He said, I love Kevin Byard, and Byard wants to be here. Yeah, he sure as hell does, because he knows what's going on. He knows what's happening. When players he is all on the Ben Johnson train. He's buying whatever the hell Ben Johnson is selling. Kevin Byard is. You know, one of the things that, let me take this down. One of the things that's really, really weird. it's a coincidence, and a lot of people are gonna run with it like, oh, look what happened, it's gonna happen. It's nice, it's cute, but the very eerie occurrence the last 2 seasons. I'm sure a lot of you saw this. 2024, the Eagles lost the Super Bowl. 20 years later, in 2024, they won it. The following season, in 2005, the Seahawks lost the Super Bowl. The Patriots. And in 2025, this year, they won the Super Bowl. Now, in 2026, the Bears lost the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning in the rainstorm in Miami with Prince performing at halftime. So is this the year for the Bears? I don't know. Could very well be. Just a coincidence, but listen, you got to play the games. You have to play the games. You can't just say, oh, man, the last 2 seasons it happened, so it's going to happen for us. No, you can't say that. But I can say that there's a good possibility it can happen for us. I can say if we get a good edge and or defensive tackle, we do have a chance. Because I ain't scared of anybody in the NFC. Nobody am I afraid of. I'll tell you what, though, a lot of teams are worried about us. A lot of teams are worried about the Bears. I don't think the Bears are afraid of anybody. And I think Ben Johnson has them to the point that I love. But I would always tell my teams, respect every single opponent. Respect all. Fear none. What have I told you throughout the season? Give them the respect they deserve in your preparation. Give them the respect that they deserve. And by that, I mean watching enough film. If you have to watch more than you usually do, then make that the norm. Whether a good team or a bad team. And you go out there and you don't take anything for granted. Because the record is 1-7. Doesn't matter. It's not our job to stop us from scoring. It's theirs. Bears have adopted Coach Johnson's mentality. Yes, they have. Yeah. Yeah, they have. And that's great to see. That's awesome to see. Because at the end of when it's all said and done, at the end of the day, 31 teams are not happy with the way their season ended. We can be happy at the improvement we made, but are you happy the way our season ended? I'm not. I can guarantee you the New England Patriots are not. So, man, Cornelius, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I'm telling you. Man, somebody who was pretty smart sometime at one point, I don't know who it was, said coaching matters. You ain't lying, man. The mentality that Ben Johnson brings, he is an out-and-out psycho. And I love it. I think I heard that somewhere before. Oh, so I'm waiting for a response. So I sent a shirt to Brian Baldinger. Coaching Matters shirt. because he was doing one of his breakdowns, Baldy's breakdowns, and he talked about coaching matters. And I'm like, I'll read you the thing I sent him. I was like, hey, Brian, I'm reaching out. Oh, no, this was in 2019. I'm reaching to invite you on my show. Never mind. But last year, at the end of last year, I said, hey, Baldy, please give me an address where I can send you a shirt. I'm a former pro football player and high school and college coach with my own podcast network, Sports Zone Chicago. I created a shirt that says hashtag coaching matters and would love for you to have one, wear it, and tell people where you got it if asked. What size do you wear and where can I send this? So it took him a couple weeks, and he said, send to Brian Baldinger, NFL Films over in New Jersey. He's like, double extra large, please. And so he got it last week because I track, obviously you track it. And then I said, hey, just touching base with you. The shirt was delivered last week. Hope you liked it. Please let me know that you received it. Thanks. You know what, King Booker World? That's right. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll reach out to John Gruden. Yes. Yes. He's another one. Wow. John Gruden has 385,000 followers. That's insane. But you know what? I need to copyright that first. So, because he works for Barstool, which is Barstool Gruden is his name, is his Twitter handle. So I got to copyright that before I send that to him. So I wouldn't be surprised those guys try and steal that. Coaching matters. Like, no, cease and desist. Cease and desist. But yeah. So safeties is a dire need. We got to sign them. We got to sign some safeties. Again, I'm really cool with Kevin Byard. I really need him back. I'm even cool with CJ Gardner-Johnson. Now, my thing is this. He's only 28. My thing is if you understand what your issues and shortcomings were. For CJ Gardner-Johnson, it was speed. Why not hire a track coach, a speed coach? Because you can never, ever get too fast. You know, if people are picking on you because you're not as fast, then get faster. You have all of the resources, millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars. Invest in a track coach or speed coach. All right? Invest in one. Where that is not an issue for you anymore. David Montgomery did it. Remember, David Montgomery was not a breakaway back. Now he could take it from 50 or 60, maybe 70. But he put in that work in the offseason. CJ Gardner-Johnson, you already know the system. You're already familiar with the DC. You've already made big plays here. Say, hey, I want to come back, and I will get faster. Get down to a 4.4. Get to a 4.3. A 4.3 is really bad, really tough. But, man, stay in the 4.4 range. It all depends on how bad you want to work. Because, I don't know about you guys, but I love CJ Gardner-Johnson and Spidey, Kyler Gordon, on either side. Now who the hell's coming? Oh, shit, they're both coming. They're both blitzing. I love the way that Dennis Allen utilized Kyler Gordon when he was healthy and C.J. Gardner-Johnson when he got here. They kept making big plays after big plays after big plays. Bring them back, or bring C.J. Gardner-Johnson back. But you got to work, man. You got to say, hey, I'm hiring a speed coach. Hit up Tom Shaw, my guy Tom Shaw. He was a speed coach. He was a representative for Nike. If you guys remember the SPARQ thing, SPARQ, speed, power, agility, reaction, and quickness. They had the green cone, the green ladder, the whole thing. That was all Tom Shaw. He was a representative of Nike, or endorsed by Nike. Tom Shaw was a dude back in the 90s that all the players went to go see in the offseason. He was down at Tulane. He went down to Florida State. And he said he would have guys from all over the NFL coming to see him, to work with him, to build their speed, increase their speed. Hey, listen, 2 hours is come and gone. I want to thank you guys for the support. Man, you guys, this was another awesome show. The comments and the thread are awesome. The engagement we have is awesome. That's why I love our interactions. You hold me accountable. All right, you question some things, ask questions. I love it. And I appreciate the love and support. All right. Do not forget. All right. Do not forget, we still have Sports Zone Chicago swag. All right. Get your Bears Victory Monday shirt, your Sports Zone Chicago shirt, FGB shirt, Coaching Matters shirt. Coaching Matters shirt you can get in any color. So Cub fans, you can get the royal blue, with the red, Coaching Matters. My Cigar Fanatic shirts for all my cigar smokers. Sports Zone Chicago hoodies, hats, FGB hats. Grab those. And I know we got the NBA All-Star game, and this is just sad. This is Chicago Bulls' only NBA All-Star rep. Actually, no, I take that back. Matas Buzelis is in the Futures game, or the Rising Stars game. Damn, it's his third year. How many times are you going to be in that thing? Damn, 3 years? Kids in the three-point contest. Anyway, I appreciate the support. I'm grateful for the support. I want you guys to have a phenomenal. Yeah, because I wouldn't put it past them to steal Coaching Matters. Yeah. I want you guys to have a phenomenal weekend. All right. Valentine's Day weekend, if you have a Valentine or not. All right. Either way, have a good one. The weather's going to be beautiful out there. All right. Maybe go find your next Valentine. You know, go looking for these Galentine things that all these girls go to because they don't have a Valentine. They're out there. They're all complaining. I ain't got a man. It's just gonna be me and my cat. Me. Anyway, you guys have a phenomenal weekend. Enjoy the weather. All right. Let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow's promise to no one. I know Sunday we have a family thing. We're gonna go play a game show. I don't know if any of you guys have heard it. Heard about it. It's out in Oak Brook. So it's like, I don't know what game show we're playing. So I mean, in the afternoon, then we're going to dinner afterwards, which is going to be dope. Yeah. So making memories, right? I don't just talk the talk. I walk the walk, you know? And yeah, making memories with family, spend it with family, friends, and loved ones. All right. I got to get out of here. I got to go pick up the warden. All right. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Have a phenomenal weekend. Enjoy the weather. Be safe. Be safe, because you know crazy mugs are out there. It's going to be 50 degrees. It's crazy when it's cold. So you know how it gets. Guys, you know, this ain't your first rodeo in the Shy. When the weather gets warmer, people get stupid. Be safe. All right? Don't be cutting people off. Don't be yelling at people, which I got to do a better job of when I drive. Like, you stupid mother. All right? It's not that serious. All right? So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the Superback, Shawn Sierra. I will see you on Monday. Don't forget, 12:15, Second City Sports with Lakina and Sid. All right, they'll take you on another 2-hour tour of Chicago sports. But again, from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the Superback, Shawn Sierra, and your boy is out.
Come on, race the race. Get ready for the job and answer the draw.